Cubs fans, brace yourselves because what I'm about to tell you will send chills down your spine and fire through your veins all at once. The winds of change are swirling through the windy city, and your beloved Cubbies are sitting at the epicenter of a perfect storm that could either launch them into October glory or leave hearts shattered on the north side. Right now, as we speak, there's a superstar slugger who's rewriting the record books in a Cubs uniform, proving every single doubter wrong and making Wrigley Field electric again. But here's the thing that's keeping Cubs faithful awake at night. This same player could be gone faster than a Sammy Sosa home run ball disappearing into the bleachers. Meanwhile, there's a gaping wound in this lineup that's bleeding runs and costing games. One position that's been an absolute black hole, sucking the life out of what should be the most dangerous offense in the National League. The front office knows it. Craig Counsell knows it, and every Cubs fan watching from the ivy-covered walls knows it too. But wait, there's more. A former MVP, a proven champion, a third base maestro who once slipped through the Cubs' fingers like a ground ball in the gap, might just be available again. The same player Chicago desperately wanted. The same player who could be the missing piece to a World Series puzzle that's been scattered for too long. This is about championship dreams. About seizing the moment. About three storylines that are about to collide in ways that will define the next decade of Cubs baseball. So smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and buckle up because what happens next will determine whether 2025 becomes legendary or just another what-if season. The first bombshell starts with a player who's making everyone forget he was ever an Astro. Holy cow! Cubs fans, Kyle Tucker isn't just meeting expectations, he's obliterating them like a fastball to the gap. When Chicago pulled off that blockbuster trade with Houston, sending shockwaves through the baseball world, skeptics wondered if Tucker could handle the pressure of being the guy on the north side. Well, consider that question answered with authority. Craig Counsell can barely contain his excitement. When talking about Tucker's first-half performance, there were tremendous expectations. It's a contract year, in a new place, and he's exceeded expectations. It's just fun to watch the guy take at-bats, Counsell said, and you can hear the genuine amazement in his voice. This is a manager who's seen it all, and even he's mesmerized by what Tucker's bringing to Wrigley. The numbers are absolutely staggering. .290, .393, .530 with 17 home runs, 52 RBIs, 63 runs scored, and 21 stolen bases in just 84 games. But here's what those numbers don't tell you. They don't capture the electricity he's brought to a clubhouse that desperately needed a proven winner. They don't show you the way he's elevated Pete Crow Armstrong's game, or how he's turned this Cubs lineup into an absolute nightmare for opposing pitchers. Tucker's 4.1 BWAR and 165 OPS plus have earned him his fourth All-Star selection and his first start in the Midsummer Classic. He's not just representing the Cubs, he's representing a franchise that's hungry for October magic. Alongside PCA, they form the most dynamic outfield duo in the National League, and it's not even close. But here's the gut punch that every Cubs fan is trying to ignore. Tucker's contract expires after this season. That $16.5 million deal was basically a one-year audition, and now he's positioned to command a $600 million contract this offseason. The Cubs have created a monster, a player so good that he might price himself out of Chicago. Every stolen base, every clutch hit, every spectacular catch is simultaneously building toward a championship run and potentially Tucker's farewell tours. The cruel irony is that his excellence is making him irreplaceable while simultaneously making him unaffordable. But Tucker's dominance has exposed another harsh reality about this Cubs team. Asterisk. While Tucker's been lighting up scoreboards across the league, there's been a cancer eating away at the Cubs' championship aspirations, and it's happening right at the hot corner. Third base has become the Bermuda Triangle of Wrigley Field, where offensive production goes to die and where Cubs fans' hopes get crushed on a nightly basis. The numbers are absolutely brutal. Cubs third basemen have posted a pathetic .555 OPS with exactly one home run all season. One home run. In an era where teams are launching balls into orbit, the Cubs are getting little league production from one of baseball's most important offensive positions. It's like having a Ferrari with three wheels. Everything else is purring, but that one flaw is destroying the entire machine. Matt Shaw was supposed to be the answer. The golden child prospect who would seamlessly transition from the minors to anchoring the Cubs infield for the next decade. Instead, he's been a revolving door of struggles, demotions, brief flashes of hope, and then more struggles. The kid has talent, nobody doubts that. But championship windows don't wait for prospects to figure things out. This isn't just about numbers on a stat sheet. This is about momentum-killing double plays, about runners left stranded, about games that should be blowouts turning into nail-biters because the Cubs can't get consistent production from third base. Craig Counsell is watching his loaded lineup get sabotaged by a position that's become a black hole in the middle of the order. The playoff race is heating up, and the Cubs are clinging to a 3-game lead over Milwaukee in the NL Central. But here's a terrifying reality. Championship teams don't have glaring weaknesses like this. The Dodgers don't have a .555 OPS from any position. The Braves don't have a position producing 1 home run through the first half of the season. Cubs management knows they're sitting on a powder keg. They've got Tucker playing at an MVP level, PCA emerging as a superstar, and a lineup that could terrorize pitchers for years to come. But they also know that championship windows are fragile, and this third base situation could be the difference between a World Series banner and another winter of regret. The trade deadline is approaching, like a freight train, and the Cubs front office is about to make a decision that will define the next chapter of this franchise. Asterisk Cubs fans, hold on to your hearts, because the most jaw-dropping twist in this saga is about to unfold. Remember Alex Bregman, the former MVP who slipped through Chicago's fingers during the offseason, the same player who chose Boston over the Cubs in a decision that left the North Side feeling like they'd been left at the altar. Well, karma has a funny way of coming full circle, and Bregman might just be available again. This is the kind of Hollywood storyline that makes baseball magical. The Cubs desperately pursued Bregman during the winter, going toe-to-toe with the Red Sox right down to the wire before he ultimately chose Boston. Now, with the Red Sox potentially becoming sellers at the trade deadline, Bregman could be the ultimate redemption story for a Cubs franchise that's been haunted by the ones that got away. Think about the poetry of this moment. The Cubs have a third base problem that's threatening their championship dreams, and the perfect solution is a player they've already coveted. Bregman isn't just any third baseman, he's a proven winner, a clutch performer, and exactly the type of veteran presence this young Cubs core needs to push them over the edge. The proposed trade package is fascinating. Veteran DH Justin Turner and star outfield prospect Owen Casey for Bregman. It's steep, but it's also the kind of Olin move that championship teams make. With Tucker potentially leaving after the season, trading away outfield depth for a game-changing third baseman makes perfect sense. This is about more than just filling a hole in the lineup. This is about the Cubs proving they're serious about winning now, about not wasting another year of this incredible core, about finally having the courage to make the big move when it matters most. Cubs fans, this is your moment. This is where championship dreams either come true or slip away forever. The pieces are all there. Tucker's having an MVP caliber season. PCA is emerging as a superstar, and now Bregman could be the final piece of the puzzle. Hit that like button if you think the Cubs should go island for Bregman. Drop a comment about what you think this trade would mean for the franchise. And don't forget to subscribe because this story is just getting started. Cubs fans, you've waited long enough. You've suffered through rebuilds, through heartbreak, through seasons that promised everything and delivered nothing. But this year feels different. This year feels like destiny. The question is, are the Cubs brave enough to seize it? What do you think? Cubs faithful, is this finally the year the North Side gets its fairy tale ending?